Turkish Delight Show with your girl Turkish Delight Sev. So this episode is a special one, men's only edition. We had the women's edition already, so now we've got the men's one. So they're going to be shedding light on 10 things, or up to 10 things that they think is essential in relationships, and some heads up, some tips that they want to share with the women out there that they think is also important that we know. So I have special guests Don, I have Jovan, I have Jay. Okay guys, so it's over to you lot really. 2 to 3 things that you think is essential in a relationship. Don.
Well, for me, I think what's really important is respect. And that goes both ways. I think that's really important.
Another one?
Oh, you want another one from me?
Yeah, so if you give me 2 or 3.
Okay, well, respect definitely is one.
And why? Why respect?
Because I think that when you respect the other person, I think that basically gives you more of an interest in wanting to support what they're doing and being collaborative with them. I think loving, that's part of it, love and like, but I think how we feel about someone in terms of liking and love can vary depending on how we feel sometimes. But I think respect has a more grounding, and when you have that respect, that also helps you keep committed to each other as well. So I think respect is certainly something that's really important. And the second thing as well is being compatible. And being compatible might be something natural between the both of you, but also making yourself compatible as well, having that collaborative energy, so when somebody's angry, you're going to come with the opposite energy, so it blends together. You're not actually locking heads with each other as well. So being complementing each other and respect, I think that's really important.
Okay, I love it. Jovan?
For me, it's very simple. It's 2. First one, say trust. Trust is what allows the crazy stuff to happen, the freaky stuff to happen. Whatever needs to happen can happen because I trust. If I trust you, I can see the real you, can see the real me. Things can happen. If there's no trust, nothing happens. So definitely trust. And second of all, to keep me, I'm a high energy person, so to keep me, it's got to be a growth mindset. We've got to be growing together, evolving, changing together. It's going to get boring. I'm going to get bored. And that's why I think a lot of men look for something different. They say the grass is greener because things need to change. You need to be growing. Growth is the only constant in life, so growth mindset and trust for me.
Jay?
I think the biggest one for me is happiness, because if you ain't happy together or you ain't going to do the things you need to do to be happy together, what's the point of being together? Because the whole point of a relationship is for 2 people to be happy. Am I lying?
No, I agree, yeah.
And that's one thing I was going to say. I want to touch on something Jovan said about trust, because at the end of the day, I have dated women in the past who have trust issues. All right, I'm not going to name them on camera. I'm not. But basically, how it goes is that if you've got a good person in front of you, they're not going to break your trust, but you're going to allow your own insecurities to do that. And that's a big problem. Don't allow your own insecurities. If you've got issues for whatever reason, maybe you should go and talk to a counsellor about it rather than just assume the worst in me or whoever you're dating. But I think the other thing I would say about it is that there has to be some level of compromise to it for both parties, because we're not going to be, you spoke about being compatible, no 2 people are going to be 100% completely compatible with each other. So I might not have thought about the idea of living together with somebody I'm dating, but you have, so I may have to compromise on that or vice versa. Are you with me?
I'm with you, yeah. I like those guys. I think it's really interesting though as well, because it's similar to the female's perception, but at the same time, it's a lot more like simple. What you guys are asking for is a lot more simple. Where I feel like we're
not complicated.
I think
if you get us wrong,
absolutely,
we're simple.
We're simple. We're
very
simple.
It's very so for me, I feel like it's very interesting. Like, with a woman, she's got this and this.
There you
this.
go. Yeah.
But when it comes like to hearing what you guys have to say, it's so interesting because it's just very simple. Yeah, trust. Yeah, respect. Yeah, this. and that's it.
Simple.
Yeah.
Love me or leave me alone.
I've got a
That's
question.
it.
I've got a question for you guys. So this is spontaneous, but I do. This is what I do. I do spontaneous, and I think it's so powerful. Somebody said this to me the other day, and I thought, wow, I've never looked at it like this before. It was a guy, going through a bit of problems with his partner, and he was saying that basically he doesn't feel loved. Yeah. Which is a very strong statement to make, I feel. But the interesting part was that somebody said something to him, and it's always stuck with him, and now it's kind of stuck with me. And he said he tells his wife that even if you don't feel like you love me today, just act like you love me. Because I can't feel it.
Wow.
And I just thought,
wow. That hit me.
Yeah,
I felt
that's a hard.
I felt that.
Yeah,
But
and I will have to share this with you guys.
Yeah, that's cool.
And the audience, because I think it's so, I think you guys can learn from this, women, guys. I think it's so powerful because no one's ever put it, for me, I've never heard anyone put it in that way. And I think so often that people have this assumption that men are not sensitive. Men don't need to feel love. Men don't need to feel loved.
That is a lie. We do need to feel
Absolutely.
It's the love that allows us to be hard. It's the love that allows us to be strong. It's the love. I'm full of love, which allows me to keep going, keep pushing, keep believing. It's the love. Love's like our petrol. It's our
He's the
fuel,
energy.
our
He's the energy bank.
Come
Definitely.
on,
That's the energy bank for men. I feel when they feel genuinely loved and appreciated, not only by their wife but their family, just gives you that extra emphasis and drive to get out of bed in that morning when you might be aching all over, and do that night shift and do the work and put in the commitment and provide all the support and put yourself out for the benefit of your wife and your children if you feel that they genuinely appreciate you. So that's really a core thing for most men, and something that's kind of overlooked, to be honest.
Yeah,
which is
I feel
sad.
so.
Yeah, absolutely.
I feel so.
Yeah, the kindness and love. I think that a lot of people look at that. A man will find it hard to diss you when you show good energy, you're loving, you're kind.
Definitely.
A man will find it harder to be like, wow, this woman, she brings light to my life. She gives me my energy, my power.
Yeah,
I'm not trying to say that it's my fault, but when you get dissed by a man a lot, I'm not saying it's your fault, but sometimes maybe you should show him more love and kindness, more. Do you understand?
I just kind of feel sometimes, and this is about men and women understanding their love language and how they relate to each other. I think women feel that men should be there where they can offload to and express themselves, which is true. But also men need that sort of energy as well, which is also supportive. Isn't all about offloading, but it's about actually, how's your day? How what I mean? Switching it up a bit. Asking him how he's feeling. Did you have any problem at work today? Did you have lunch? Or did you? Even those little things. She asked if I had lunch. That's cool. No one's ever asked me that. Those little intricate things that men do like, because it shows that sort of appreciation. It shows that you care. Rather than just being a sounding board all the time, it can be quite exhausting for us, certainly mentally and emotionally.
Sorry if I cut you off.
No, it's all right, it's cool.
No, basically what I was going to say is that if I feel like that I'm being loved, I feel like I'm being appreciated, etc., then I'm going to be loyal to you. But at the end of the day, if you're not doing those things, then why am I going to be loyal to somebody if all that's going to be in it for me is a headache and stress? There's no point being loyal to somebody if there's no reward in it for you for being loyal in the first place.
He makes a massive point that men, they will work harder for you if they feel that the rewards are there, as I mentioned before. Well, men go where the rewards are. And that's why you have to kind of, reward them accordingly.
I think appreciation is a big part of that, man. Appreciation goes a long way. When you do good things for someone and you're like, Devin, appreciate me, then you kind of feel like, yo, what's the point?
Exactly. Yeah,
and I think that's the point where a man was like, you know what? I might as well just act. What it is with men? We see our friends acting mad. You see man acting mad, and you think, rah, I'm coming home every night.
I'm
putting
doing the
in
right
work.
things, and I'm getting all the hassle. Yeah.
But my man's got less stress. He's got a better dynamic, and I think appreciation goes a long way.
It does.
Appreciation. I think a man will show up for you. If he feels appreciated and loved, he'll show up on you. They say, what's that saying? Women need to fight more and men need to love more. The opposites.
Yeah.
They say like, you know, men's got to be tough, but you lot need to fight more and we need to learn to love more. Like express yourself by being aggressive. Or
And
whatever.
also, women also, wherever, some experiences that, making an effort to, if you know a man is making the effort to help and support you, see it as it is. Don't think there's any ulterior motive necessarily. You know, a man tends to, in a lot of cases, especially if you know him well, that if they do something for you, it's out of genuine that they want to do it. And sometimes men, because they're always on their purpose, for them to take time out of their purpose to specifically do something for you and benefit you, that takes a lot from a man, do you know what I mean? And just to show an acknowledgement that he's trying to do it, rather than thinking, well, what does he want, or he's up to something. That can also, because then if you show that distrust, he will think, well, what's it worth doing it? You know, I won't do it again. You know, I've done it once, I didn't get no appreciation or acknowledgement. I'm not going to do that again. And that's
what's the point? What is the point of us buying flowers for a woman we're in a relationship with if she's just going to turn her nose up at us and go, but I didn't ask you to do that.
Let's spin it around like Sev. What's the point?
That's just toxic.
Tell us why. What's the point, Sev?
Yeah.
What's the point?
Why should we do it if you're gonna spin it around on us? You're the woman in here.
It's an interesting one because I think, obviously, as I said, it depends on the type of partner you've got. Like for someone like myself, I'm very appreciative, but at the same time, I've noticed that I can be appreciative in the moment, yeah? But something might happen maybe a few days later, and maybe I might be in my feelings about it, let's just say. And then my behaviour can then come across like I'm not appreciative for what they did 2 days before that. But it takes a very high level of self-awareness to understand that. Not everyone will get that, but I've clocked that. So just going on to what you're saying, and I'm sharing it as well with you guys, because actually for a woman you might look at it as, well, I'm being appreciative, I said thank you in the moment, I was happy. But with men, they will take note. Even if you do it a few days later, they'll sit as, well, hold on, went out of my way and I bought her flowers. 2 days later, she's complaining about something different. She doesn't appreciate me. Why am I going to go and buy her flowers? But to a woman, she'll be confused now. She'll feel like, but I did appreciate him. You know, so just a bit of, I just wanted to throw that in there.
I like that actually. Because that understanding, that's quite, because, and she said, you know, men or women are different and interpret situation. That's why communication is also a very important thing as well. So you know that, you know, if you communicate with your partner that he understands that, for actually, you know, you're upset with that specific thing, he doesn't, you know, dilute what you did 2 or 3 days before. That understanding, then he'll get it. But okay, I hear you. You know,
like that comic skit where the thing Eddie was like, Eddie, what have you done for me?
Yeah, what have you done for me?
What have you done for me
lately?
Yeah.
Like,
I don't know, like it's like pay as you go.
Yeah.
You might have done something for yesterday,
but it don't mean nothing now.
Yeah. What you done today?
That's gone. You know what I mean?
I
mean, come on. Give us some credit in the bank for good stuff we've done in the future. You know, if I say something, if I say something that pisses
you off,
on,
an interesting concept. Obviously, this is a men's edition, so it's not even really about women.
Yeah.
Obviously, I've added in a few bits, but what's interesting is what you was just saying. Is one thing I've noticed about males is that if they do something good, it's almost like they expect a free pass. Yeah, and and.
not free pass.
Gas meter. If you couldn't your gas meter, do you not have gas for a bit?
Yeah, you know what I mean? It can't just really just disappear. You know what I mean? Like it never existed. So you're always paying every minute, and then it just repeats. No replenishment.
I pay my gas every month.
We should have some surplus.
The credit on it.
All right, guys. Yeah. But yeah, it's just interesting. I don't want to debate about it because this is not about women.
No, yeah.
In that sense, it's about you guys obviously expressing, but it's not. I don't want to bring my opinion too much into it because this is about you guys expressing yourselves.
Yeah.
But what I want to just say is, though, it's very interesting. I've noticed that if a guy does something really nice for you, he expects a free pass maybe for the week, maybe for a couple of days, maybe 3 days. But women don't operate like that. So that's where there's a massive difference.
I think there has to be a balance, though. I think, you know, you don't want to just do things and expect that you can get away with everything else. But what I do think though, it is if he's doing things consistently, there is an acknowledgement that it just equally doesn't just disappear. He does something, it's almost like he didn't do anything for you.
Yes.
Which sometimes that can happen,
Yes,
where
I
a woman
understand.
can almost sort of pretend that you haven't done anything
Yeah.
when you have. So it's all about balance, and it's all about understanding and appreciating that you can have different days and fall out, but that doesn't ignore the things that he's done for you. And I think that he should always get some credit for that. Not to say that it should always last, but you should get some credit that he's done some good things. You want him to continue to do good things, so you have to always sort of remind him, I appreciate you've done those good things, but today is another day. This is what needs to be done, but I'm not ignoring what you've done in the past. And I think that's a good balance, to be honest.
Keep it really simple, yeah. I'm gonna expect at least 200 miles out of 60 pound of gas. Just keep it really simple. I'm expecting at least 200 miles. You don't want to con us. You want us to put the gas in. My car's got to drive.
It's true. As I said, that's where the balance comes in.
My car's got to drive for the money I put in.
I drive a Nissan Leaf, which is an electric car. So
Then
what about me?
Even more.
You get even more, bro. I'm just saying, if I've shown you love.
I get it now.
I can't give you love, and then tomorrow you say I don't feel love.
That's what I'm saying.
Fair,
that's
man.
not fair.
That's what you want us to accept.
That's not acceptable. That's not acceptable. It's like the blank. Every day is like a blank sheet.
You
You
want
know
us
what
to
I mean?
accept that what you done yesterday
Don't matter.
It's not doesn't matter tomorrow. And I'm saying no, guys, I'm fighting for us. I'm saying, if he showed you love yesterday, baby, I love you tomorrow.
If I show you love on a Tuesday, if I buy you flowers on a Wednesday,
I said it's
don't get mad at me on
balanced.
Saturday because I haven't put stuff in the dishwasher.
That is the analogy, bro. That's what I'm trying to say. That's what it's like.
Now we get it.
And that's the point. And I've noticed that anyway. I've actually made that observation. So it's very interesting that you guys touched upon that. So what I would like to know is if there was a couple of like heads up or tips or however you want to put it that you would like to share with the women out there watching that you would like them to be mindful about. Maybe things that you dislike or whatnot, or maybe even things that you appreciate. It doesn't have to be just negative. You be positive and negative. Maybe one thing you appreciate, one thing that you would like, women to maybe stop doing, but just shed some light.
I love when the woman's nurturing and kind. Ask me how I feel. I really appreciate
I like that.
women
I really
generally
love that.
do that, and
absolutely.
I appreciate that.
I do.
And I want to say that before you offload or talk about something negative, see where my head's at. If I've had a bad day, if I just told you someone close to me died, don't still be like bum. See where my head's at first.
Feel them out.
Talk about something like if I said to you money's hard, I had a bad. I don't mention the holidays you want to go on. Like see where my head's at. Have the courtesy to see where my head's at before you offload what you're going to offload. Be a bit strategic. And feel a little sense of duty to be kind.
That's the key.
To make sure that I feel like sometimes a person will present like stroppy and annoyed and upset. They want you, it's like she wants you to know she's upset. How about I'm trying to hide that I'm upset. I'm trying to hide that I'm grumpy and down so you can feel good. But you want me to know you're upset so I can do something. Whereas I don't expect you to do something for me. Because you expect me to be like the fixer, so you want me to know you're upset. Please, just stop that, man. Let's stop. Please, we're hurting, man. Stop that, man.
I think a lot of women don't really appreciate how hard it is for men to be doing the things they're doing, day in, day out. And they got their own particular pressures. You have to understand that, males, especially black males, there was a report that have the highest suicidal rates now. You know what I mean? So this is now a real big issue, So I just think, you want to take your time out to show that you're considering him, you're considering what he's going through. It can even just be a text, just to let him know that, you're thinking about him, you're there for him, you know what I mean? And as I said, before you just consider the fact that he may have a hard day, just kind of really try and understand where he's coming from before anything else happens, you know what I mean?
One thing I will say, and this is something that I'm irritated about, and a lot of women, not all women do this. If you are a woman who does this, I'm talking about you. If the shoe fits, wear it. Basically, don't come to me with something that you're irritated about or something that's a problem for you and then get mad at me when I come up with a solution to it 30 seconds into the conversation. If you want to have a pity party where you just moan about it for 3 hours, Please do that with girls that you're friends with. Do that with a guy that you're best friends with. Do that with your mum or your dad or something else. But I will try and come up with a solution. I will come up with a fix to your problem. I'm not going to sit on the couch for 3 hours, talk about random things, commiserate you, and then get up from the couch 3 hours later having solved nothing. You feel so much better. What is the point of that?
It's torture. It's torture. It's hard for us.
That 3 hours I could have used watching something on Netflix or going swimming.
And now I'm in a hole. You going to pay my therapist bill? No, now you put me in the because she's in the hole. She wanna put you in the hole too. She's mad. You're not depressed. Sometimes I feel like she's angry. She's like, "Why are you so happy?" I'm sad. And she wanna talk to you too. You're depressed too.
I know.
And when you're depressed,
Hold on a minute.
When you're depressed, she's like, "My job's done here." It's okay.
No, hold on. Listen.
Can we need that energy?
But if you are depressed because you can't eat peanut butter because you got a peanut allergy, that's not my fault. That's not my problem. I ain't got a peanut allergy, so it's not my fault if you can't eat peanut butter. Don't be depressed with me about it. Do you understand the analogy I'm giving you?
Yeah. I get it. It transfers.
And don't be mad at me for eating peanut butter when I can. I don't actually eat peanut butter, but you get the example, right?
I love it.
Misery loves company. I'm not trying to be your company. You go and...
Okay, so you kind of touched upon it, but one thing you appreciate about a woman, Don? You said kind and nurturing.
I think kind, nurturing, absolutely. I think that brings out the feminine nature of a woman that actually makes her a lot more attractive than being, someone that's seen as a sort of necessarily a boss or their own independent, entity. I think caring and being considerate, I think still goes a long way with men. Funny enough, men give a lot of mileage to women that have genuine feminine energy, kindness, consideration, and ability to love and care for others other than themselves. That's something that's quite overlooked nowadays. So that it might seem that it's being traditional qualities, but I see that as just qualities, full stop. And that's very feminine quality. So remaining in your feminine energy is really important for a man.
I like that. Jovan?
I think women are amazing. I can give 100. Well, if a woman's for you, you're winning. If she's genuinely for you, you're winning, bro.
Yeah, definitely.
If she's got some issues from before or whatever, she can be against you. If she's for you, man, just if she loves you and she's for you, then you're winning. What females' energy? Remember, we got the masculine energy. We got the hardness, like a bull in a china shop. We're just like go. A woman in your ear is kind of like, baby, no, how about you direct, go, but direct it a bit better. Maybe go, she gives that finesse, that niceness
I hear
to the
you,
journey.
Bro. Yeah. Just one thing I'll quickly just say, you reminded me of this, is that, we talked about this downstairs, is that we feel that sometimes women, when they enter a relationship with somebody, that they do bring the baggage sometimes into that relationship. And it's like going to a job, you might go for a bad job, innit? When you go to a new job, you're thinking of the new energy. You're not bringing that bad energy. Well, a relationship's the same. When you have a new energy, you want to bring a new energy. You don't want to sort of assume that the guy that you're with is going to be like the one before. You just give him a clean slate, give him a chance to really prove himself, based on who he is, rather than judging him on past relationships. That's a real, problem, really.
I want to add to that. If you are somebody that's got emotional baggage, man or woman, I strongly recommend that you talk to a counsellor about it and get your head sorted out before you start having a relationship with somebody else. Or if you have started a relationship with somebody else, but you have got emotional baggage from somebody else previously, talk to a counsellor, talk to a psychiatrist. Don't treat your new partner like a psychiatrist and just babble on about stuff that your ex did that you're still pissed off about. That wasn't me. That wasn't my fault. That's not my problem. Don't bring that to me, because all you're doing is killing the vibe.
Yeah.
Preach. Brilliant, guys. Thank you so much, honestly. It was a great show.
We do this for you, Seb. We do this for you. We appreciate
Absolutely.
you. As men, we want to say, we don't want to sound like we're women bashing or we're against women. We appreciate you. We appreciate, genuine good women, of course.
Definitely.
It's a pleasure to have you guys. So thank you. All right. Bye.
Okay, bye-bye.
Peace out.
Bye.